Greetings everyone, Agion here, another Computers to Replay. It's on the south side as the Soviets and UKF. We have Nemesis and however you pronounce that. It's on the north side as the OKW player. We have Praetoranus Romanus Noose. And Tmass. Why do I keep trying to pronounce a lot of stuff that it looks simple enough? Praetoranus Romanius. Romanius. I have no idea. So we got the MG42 and Grenadier opening. Volks Grenadier. We have conscripts and something a little bit different. Dual Vicars opener. Which he's fighting against the austere player on his side, so may not pan out all too well. A Grenade Warfare, I predict, in the future.
New machine gun crew ready and waiting.
Also, something to note, I'm breaking my rule and casting a replay late at night. So, yeah. Hopefully I don't fall asleep. And this replay, if the company is, the code to .org timestamp is correct, this is going to last for a pretty long time.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Conscripts here. And they most likely will outgun the Storm Pioneers. There's only 3 windows here. Combat Engineers are also pitching some damage. Conscripts over here actually pitching some damage, but they will receive some multiple flanking shots from both 2 squads of Volks Grenadiers. Actually, pulling forward in order to avoid the fire is actually a good idea. Storm Pioneers trying to push, trick the conscripts from moving on forward. He does not fall forward. Intersection here getting suppressed by the MG42. Pioneers will go ahead and get inside this building. They can hop out on the other side in order to provide some good damage. That one window may not necessarily provide enough damage, but we'll water them way long enough. Let's actually get one of the models. Austere Sniper is out on the field, which is a good item versus these dual Vicars. One Vicars is here, which will protect, cover the flank of this one. Good hits. And the Pioneers take the wrong direction. He could potentially get suppressed himself. Oh, I see a Grenade Warfare on the build queue. Looks like he did spot that MG Vicars. And will receive a couple bullets. Doesn't appear any of them have hit. Maybe one. I see an aircraft. Oh, looks like we do got some doctrines. 2 doctrines have been locked in. Overwatch Doctrine of the OKW player, as well as the Airborne Troop Tactics. We do got some SVTs for the conscripts. Looks like this Vicars has commenced a soft retreat. What is the vision of that? He must just... Looks like he did have vision of it. I'm always forgetting how big the distance they can actually see. They don't see at the edge, but they get pretty close. Oh, good incendiary grenade. Actually got a pretty good initial splash damage, forcing the retreat back on both conscripts. While it's unlikely they'll get wiped. Bigger light infantry have been called on in. This Volks Grenadier squad may need to fall back. And running a little bit low on manpower, but enough to reinforce the squads, and does have a SWS Hash Track. Do you think it's going to be medics, or do you think it will get, what's it called? The Mechanized HQ. Grenadiers will spot both the squads. Mortar team is in somewhat protected area. Sniper will, however, pitch in a pretty good shot there. The mortar team needs to displace, decides to outright retreat. MG42 is in a somewhat exposed position. Sniper soft retreat, now does a full retreat. Doesn't receive any sort of fire, which is probably good, seeing he does not have any medics just... Nope. That's not medics, that's a light mechanized company. This is a cutoff point, so he is denying the fuel income. Intersection going in the far direction, but he will be spotted there because he is decapturing that point. He has react. Is he going to throw it inside this building? He does not throw it inside the building. Personally, I probably would have, since he's out and it's probably largely exposed, I probably would have thrown him inside this building for added protection.
Grenadiers ready.
Two squads of SVTs are now here, hitting that Volksgrenadier squad. Ooh, he almost lost the entire squad and didn't even finish the sandbags. Stone Pioneers will get easily overwhelmed. Oh, that was close. That MG42 went. And I hear a mortar? I think that's the austere mortar. I thought that was some other reason. I thought he went for the assault Lend-Lease doctrine. Which he doesn't actually have that one available. Oh, looks like we do have the target market flare for artillery, as well as the AEC out. Where is that MG42? Looks like it did a full withdrawal. AEC is now out. No vehicles for him to take on. Actually, there's only one squad of Grenadiers, so he may want to eye getting another squad of Grenadiers, or perhaps maybe even Panzergren. Ooh, that Volk squad is super low. Pack gun now out. MG42 is here. Looks like he threw off the smoke when he saw the pack gun. Volk's Grenadiers are in heavy cover. They will throw on City Grenade trying to deny those sandbags. Actually, delayed reaction there, but he will withdraw in time. Dishka now set on up. This squad of conscripts are actually quite low. The problem is with the Jaeger Light Infantry, their scope rifle, meant for picking off those low health models, actually has less accuracy the closer you get. At long range, I think its accuracy is like 115%. At close range is like, I think it was like 60%. Can't remember on the top of my head. We do got a Panzer II. AC now pushing forward will displace the mortar. There is the Royal Engineers here for Minesweepers and actually some Panzerschrecks. He does have now two options for AT. It's also swept in some of those landmines. He perhaps should try to sweep the rest of them. And the Vickers got fully decrewed, but nothing here to capture unless he wants to sacrifice the Gren. But even then, with these two squads of intersection here, that's still not a good idea. And decides to actually do outright quick retreat, not trying to contest the Vickers. He should probably reclaim it when he has the capability. MG42 is setting on up. Does not get a full burst off of that one squad, but the Pioneers here could potentially protect it. Smoke does come out from the Pyrotechnic squad. The Dishka did activate its AP rounds. We saw that target marker, the accuracy marker, the crosshair marker. The thing is, it doesn't perform all too great versus the Panzer II. The Dishka AP rounds versus the M2 Browning AP rounds, Dishka is just inferior in my opinion to the 50 cal. We do see AT grenades available. Could potentially see an AT grenade. The Zisgun is trying to redeploy. Does not get in range of the now moving Panzer II. And we got a 55 caliber sniper ready to counter snipe. No kills whatsoever. So the Austria player does not know of its existence. And it looks like this Austria sniper is going to reposition or engage that Vickers team. We'll spot the Royal Engineers. The 55 caliber sniper is still here, trying to push on forward, trying to get a better angle and potential on the Austria sniper. And looks like the mortar team will displace that Vickers. He perhaps should potentially fall back the sniper. There's nothing here to spot for, though the AEC almost received a shot from the
Capture point. They're trying to take it.
the sniper. You have a hit there. Ooh, as was a Panzerschreck hit. And the sniper is exposed. Lines up. And lost vision of it. A little bit slow on the trigger. It is exposed once again. Lining up shot. And there goes the Austrian sniper. And that's what I think this intersection squad was here for. Just literally a target dummy. Throws out artillery flare marker on top of the mortar. Close to it. And actually will receive a hit there. The Panzer Grenadier only has one STG. And actually may receive a hit from the artillery. Not really.
Anti-tank gun and crew now ready for action.
We do have the Volksgrenadier here. Gets the cutoff point, fully captures it, so there's going to be quite a bit of loss of the fuel as well as a bit of munitions. Volksgrenadier and Jaeger Light Infantry making an assault over here. Jaeger Light Infantry probably going to eye for this light cover. Volksgrenadier probably going to eye for the back. Or, never mind. Going straight for the Dishka. They do have a good flank in the Dishka. Does unpack and does not redeploy.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
And the Panzer II, well an arc of this gun. These enemy will find a hit on the Volksgrenadier. 2 hits before the sandbags go up. And the Volk squad is very low in health. They need a withdrawal. Jaeger Light Infantry will be engaging this conscript squad at long range. Has the accuracy bonus from the first strike. Almost gets a Volk squad right there. Mechanic Warfare trying to redeploy, but going away from the Volk's Grenadiers is not exactly super great. And looks like this barrage is coming on in. Looks like another Austrian sniper was called on in. I think the 55 caliber sniper is dead. So you counter-snipe the counter-sniper. One reason why I don't like designing the one-man squad snipers. The best way for another player to counter is with his own sniper. It's just an infinite cycle of snipers that people get trapped into. Ooh, that squad's very low in health. Does receive a hit there. Trying to go with an AT grenade, but the Sturm Pioneers will deny the capture. The Panzer II needs a withdrawal. Not in range, but also out of vision. 2 squads of infantry section over here. We don't see the 5-man squad just yet. We do got another 55 caliber sniper. This is why I really don't like the one-man snipers. Literally an endless cycle. Vickers gun needs a withdrawal. I think incendiary round. Nope, doesn't have the veterancy for it. This gun, not this, Panzerschreck, and 1 downed AEC.
We've lost a Mark III armored car.
And actually decrewed the Vickers with the regular sniper shot. As Grenadiers, seeing how they eliminate the AEC, they don't need the Panzerschrecks on the front line, and will recapture that Vickers and redeploy it. I say behind that truck is a great spot. Very aggressive position right there, but I can easily see the fuel. Ooh, Sturm Pioneers here, but they're going to get outgunned thanks to SVTs. Could have seen a stun grenade, but even then, the amount of damage lost from trying to throw a grenade is quite significant. It's actually 2 squads of Panzerschrecks. That's way overkill. Especially now seeing how he's killed the AEC. 55 caliber sniper, pretty far forward, could actually get killed, depending how accurate that Jaeger Light Infantry sniper shot is. Vickers, however, will go ahead and suppress that squad. We have another doctrine to lock in, the Strategic Reserves Doctrine. Interesting option. Assault Grenadiers, a little bit too late for Assault Grenadiers. Oh, and he actually wiped out the entire squad. He may still get the Vickers, and does get the Vickers. He can claim it for himself, which would be a great pickup. The UKF player's line is just falling apart. MG34 receiving fire from the T-70 will be forced back. This barrage also pitched on in. Actually outright trying to salvage it. And, oh, it's very close. Does actually salvage it. Personally, I probably would have just grabbed it. Vickers are the Vickers. T-34 76 out on the field. See, there is enough munitions for guards, airborne troops, which could spawn in right here. It can be targeted into buildings and get that kill on the MG34. Rolls missed there. Kenworfer out of range. And we do have a not an OKW Panzer IV, just a austere Panzer IV with armored skirts. It really should be renamed the Panzer IV Ost H, not J. It's clearly an H model. The J model actually, while it does have the armored skirts on top around the turret, doesn't have the big, large side armored skirts, but due to animation limitations, it's all or nothing in the game. The Panzer IV J also has an extremely reduced turret rotation because it was hand cranked rather than powered like the H and G, and I think also the F2 and F1 had powered turret as well. Could potentially see a good rear armor shots. It does have a shot less, but AT grenade, too early. Great hits from multiple directions. And bounces thanks to the superior armor of the H variant. Where's the Dishka? The Dishka's back here. We do got the forward retreat point is available. He needs to reposition that Dishka immediately, perhaps even merge it with the conscript squad. Or maybe not. Which the T-34 will receive some fire, and the Royal Engineers are ready to repair. Austere Mortar still alive, raining on in. The Panzer IV is being repaired. Oh, and there goes the Combat Engineers for Flamer. A bit of a loss, but not a huge one in all honesty. The repairs are more valuable at this point in the game rather than the actual Flamer itself. And there is a down Volksgrenadier. Big miss rally. Perhaps didn't really realize with all the tree cover there obscuring the vision and distracting the vision. I mean, if you really think about it, if I'm lining up that conscript squad, it's opaque. And behind the tree, it can be a bit hard to actually sort of pop out and notice. This barrage, and there goes the MG34, but it's unlikely it will be destroyed. The Zis gun could take a couple shots into it. MG34, good enough repaired, is trying to hit that MG34. The Panzer IV is getting some good hits, as well as the Beckenwerfer. T-70 is still alive, may get decrewed on the other MG34. Oh, it looks like last time I checked, he's actually... Oh, another squad dropped by the UKF player. That's just way too many squads. And there goes the T-34 due to the Panzer Treks. The Soviet players, a little bit, attention's a bit spread too thin. Can't really focus on multiple fronts all too well. Armor tank is out, but you may need to invest to a doctrine of vehicle crew repair, such as Vanguard. or mobile assault, since he has no Royal Engineers. Austria sniper still picking away. 55 caliber sniper has 2 kills. This gun does get a nice hit there. Is there any AT grenade? Looks like there was one, just too early. Preparing the T-70 in middle combat is not a super great idea, but it was successful for him. Let's see, we do got an MG-3042 here. Captures Vickers here. There's a lot of suppression on this side of the map. The UKF player should refocus his efforts towards the center part of the map, as you see here. The infantry section shouldn't even try making an assault. But you got the airborne landing officer coming on, just the assault officer now.
We're losing a capture point.
I think the 65 caliber sniper's been finding those Panzer Grenadiers.
There's an officer.
Great hit from the comet tank there. There's a plenty of munitions for a sector assault times 2. So the OKW player has munitions to burn. That miss actually did a bit of splash damage to the comet tank. The officer is making his advance. He does have some pretty good SMGs. He's making sure he gets nice and close. The panic strikes are not very good, but the sniper is good for infantry. Again, multiple bounces coming out from the comet tank. A third bounce? Are you serious?
Heavy tank awaiting orders.
What bulletins does the Austria player has? Doesn't have the armor bulletin, and you got the sector assault now coming on in, which there's a lot of infantry here stacked on up. You could get a lot of suppression. Panzer II, main gun destroyed. Engine damage from the Panzer IV. Panzer II does receive a miss there. Ishka suppressed and facing the wrong direction. He needs to withdraw it. We do got some multiple squads of conscripts here. Actually walks into the arc of the Dishka, but does redeploy. More and more suppression coming on down, but he does have a forward retreat point here. Hitting the retreat button is all he needs to get these guys back up and moving. Do have an S-285 out on the field, which is a good item to support his current composition of very strong infantry. Looks like we have another medical trait dropping, which can be used for the MG-34 squad.
Combat engineers are standing by.
Third squad of combat engineers, that's actually quite a bit. Though he will provide a lot of repairs for him, both himself and for his UKF ally, who's been a bit lacking on squad preservation, to say the least. They see the aircraft, so the Soviet player could invest into a quad half-track, or the UKF player can invest into a Centaur. ΣЯoV does receive a pen there. We do got an OKW Panzer IV. Our two Panzer IVs are here. There's also a Panther tank deciding not to wait for the Tiger Ace, going straight for a Panther. Ooh, that was a good gammon. Or that sound effects almost sort of sound like a bottle grenade, really. And the tank trying to peck away at the infantry, but it's going to be unsuccessful for quite some time. 6-pounder will get a nice pen there. Getting away for a force on back. The Panzer IV is wounded, and you got Stukas of Fus. That is an excellent item versus all these support weapons. Focus firing the MG-34 is also a good idea, but rolling miss after miss. Stukas of Fus. This could be good. It wasn't good. MG34 setting on up. Great hits from the T-70. That could be a dead Volks. That is a dead Volks. Huh, he could have got a left 18. Because you have access to the ability, why not use it? Mortar Pit coming in out for the UKF player. He does have 3 squads out. To me, Mortar Pit does not sound attractive enough for me at this point. Two Vakenwolf are doing some great work.
Good news. The ability is ready for use.
He does lock in the Vanguard operations, which of course allows him access to the Crocodile, as was strafing support. Quite honestly, if you wanted to get Mortar Pit, a Sexton would be much better than Mortar Pit at this point in the game. And I don't usually advocate for the usage of a Sexton. To me, some odd reason just feels like now may be a good time for a Sexton. And I don't know why.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Panther and Panzer IV are here. 2 squads of Panzer Treks. The Austrian player went a bit too heavy in AT, I would say. He didn't really need a Panther when he had 2 squads of Panzer Treks. A Panzerwerfer or the Tiger Ace would have been a much better option. Brumbar as well. Looks like he just called in a recon aircraft. Foos. That was a good hit. That is a good hit. Both these squads are super wounded. He may get the wipe on. He does get the wipe on the Dishka. 2 Vakenwerfers, 1 miss, 1 hit. And oh, that Mortar Pit actually did some good work there. I'm not going to lie. The player managed to reclaim the Dishka. The combat engineer should potentially withdraw. What is this? If the Austrian mortar gets a nice little scatter and gets slight wound action, he can spot the 55 caliber sniper. Or any stray bullets in the area as well. But the Royal Engineers are going to spot the sniper. He doesn't. Gets revealed because he's out of cover. 55 caliber sniper also gets revealed and does a full retreat. Aircraft coming on in. It is the strafing support from the UKF player. Austrian sniper is forced on back. Rockets raining in onto the vehicles. Thanks to the fact that they're shooting at them, they can then counterattack on them. And we got the sector assault now coming on in. Oh, so that's suppressed. Thanks to this MG34. This one's actually up to 3 stars of veterancy. Dishka is set on up. MG34 is still back here. Stuxafus raining on in once again. Not a whole lot of good hits. Just some minor damage to the MG34. A lot of smoke raining on in. Vehicle crew repairs being quite important.
Ready for instructions.
Looks like he lost the assault officer as well. Oh, we do got this forward logistics glider being called on in, which he can use that to train in some more commandos. And I believe also the Vickers and AT gun, or was it also the mortar team? It comes with, you can train 2 weapon teams along with it. That's not a good spot. Commandos, Vickers, and 6-pounder. And I don't think the 17 pounder can actually shoot through that. It might. Friendly fire damage is highly likely as well.
Where do you want this coming?
Good pen there with as well as a 6 pounder getting a good hit. 17 pounder. Ooh, that is one wounded panther. The turret is jammed thanks to the 55 caliber sniper. Is this a good spot for the forward logistics glider? It makes it really hard to click on top of the 17 pounder, especially if it's a carcass. I don't know. Ooh, rockets coming on in from the call-in ability, but apparently doesn't do a whole lot of damage to buildings apparently. It's a good strafe, I can say that for sure. Asterix now moving forward. They do have the heightened movement speed due to the nearby Panzer IV. Good hits by the ΣЯoV, forcing back 2 weapon teams, and actually will decrew the Ziska, which is actually quite important. 3 stars of efficiency. Losing that is actually quite big. Oh, these Obersassen have no healing, do they? Oh, and there goes the Obersassen squad. That's a huge loss. The Austere ally needs to give him a medical bunker. He needs a medical bunker really badly. Panzer Warfare on the build queue, but he's at pop cap. He could lose the mortar, maybe? The mortar's least valuable to his composition. Or the pack gun. He has 2 squads of Panzerschrecks. He doesn't really need the pack gun. Or maybe even losing the Panzerschrecks. Oh, there's a dead vehicle here. The Austere, the OKW player lost his Panzer IV right there. Ooh. That's what that rocket shake was actually hitting. The OKW player has lost quite a bit. This forward line just was so punishing, and ΣЯoV, with the recent nerfs, it's so hard to help push back a lot against a lot of stuff. And this forward retreat point is actually quite important.
RE sappers reporting in.
So the Brit player is saving up for a crocodile based on his current fuel float. But manpower, oh, he has none. He could probably take the time and invest into 5-man squads. He does need to increase durability. There's a Foos. Where's going to land? Good hits. Good hits.
Causing trouble, trying to take one of our
Going to force back both the MG teams. The problem is he has no real offensive capability. He has 2 unvetted Obersassen, and without any healing bunker, he will have trouble pushing any forward until he gets passive healing for them. More Hawker support. Panther in the radius once again. But not any risk of actually really being going down. And his forward receiving hits from the counter tank, but again, not any chance, any danger of going down. Wait, he built 2 mortar pits? The crocodile would be so much more useful than a mortar pit. Great hits, and maintaining vision, the bit wasteful, but he does get his access to his Panzerwerfer. Obersatzen's super wounded, but Katusha Barrage may wipe it. As was the Panzerwerfer. Oh, so close. Well, the Panzerwerfer does in fact go down. Panzerwerfer Barrage. That's good hits. ΣЯoV, 1-star efficiency, almost at 2 stars. Test mines have been swept so many times because he just haven't cleaned them up yet. MG3042 providing good suppression as always. if the he needs to get rid of that 17 pounder because the Austrian player can't move forward until that 17 pounder is gone.
The enemy have wiped out an infantry section.
Oh, and another dead infantry section. If you can eliminate that 17 pounder with the Panzerschrecks will be one of the best items to take it out. He can push over with the Panther and then use the Panther to take on the Comet tank as well as the mortar pits. Huh, safe landmine. E70 is still alive. Very nice. And this HQ has not been repaired. He has no Sturm Pioneers. Another Stukas boost raining on in. Good hits. Good hits all across the board. 2 stars of veterancy. Vet 1 reduces the cooldowns. Vet 2. Both of them reduce cooldowns. Veterancy, the first 2 star veterancy is really important for the 2-5-1 Stukas of Foos. Max range is nice, but not really that important, honestly. Panzerwerfer. It does a repairing engineers. 1 squad wipe. 2 ship barrage coming on in. Trying to get rid of that Sheriff Panzer quarters. Perhaps maybe the Austria player can throw some pioneers up there, as well as give his ally a medical bunker. Comet is here. Comet is at 2,000 veterancy from 12 kills of infantry, 1 kill of vehicles. Panzer 4, that was a single vehicle kill. We see an AT grenade, but he's currently suppressed and actually prone to being wiped right now. Good hit by the Pack 40. White Phosphorus does come forward, but that was actually sort of a bad target, honestly. 55 caliber sniper trying to push on forward, and no die for the Panther. It's probably for the best. Though you can always call him the Tiger Ace. Here, Panzer Corps is still alive, queuing up a Panzer IV. He needs to get a Sturm Pioneer. The Austria player has a 1,000 manpower, which is a lot, but he has no population room to spend it on. Crocodile now out. Artillery flare marker, but the Pioneer's just going to fall back. The Panther can fall back. While there's both mortar pits have this area covered, it is still in Axis hands. The tickets are in favor of actually slightly for the Allies. The ticket count is actually quite similar. Panzerwerfer here, trying to hit that 6-pounder, and the UKF player has lost another infantry squad. I think it was the Royal Engineer squad. Right now, moving on forward, it's not at full health, but does have some good armor. A grenade. Was that the rifle grenade? Something? I don't know. I don't think he does get the snare on the Panther, but there are Panzerschrecks here. 2 squads of Panzerschrecks. So the Panther will in fact go down. It does activate the combat blitz there. Wasn't able to. Oh, that's also nearly dead Crocodile as well. He should have rushed forward with the Panzerschrecks instead of trying to hunt down the Comet tank. Panzer IV is out. Sturm Pioneers on the way. the MG34 is superior to the MG34. Austria player should have deployed his Popcat Breach. What does the Austria player has? Can he not really? Geez, 24 population. So actually quite far away from getting the Tiger Ace. He probably should throw away, I don't know, something. Perhaps a sniper? It's not very well vetted in. I don't know. Is a Whipper Barrage coming on in? I was just so surprised there's no suppression. But that's a dead squad. Or not. That's Sector Assault, and we do got a flanking Panzer IV into the rear armor of the Su-85. Does get snared, but one shot away from death. There, it gets abandoned, and the rockets do come in, trying to focus fire it. AT grenade was already cast, does destroy the Su-85, and there goes the T-34. Do we see any AT strafes coming in? I think AT strafes are coming on in now. Only a couple hits.
Copy, crew. Awaiting new orders. Under fire! Anti-tank gunner!
Does have a penetration hit there. He's trying to dive in, trying to hit that Stukas of Foos, but will run into 4 Panzerschrecks. Oh, really? AVG, really? Really? I'm gonna crush the Obslots now, but we'll withdraw. MG34 will receive some good hits. As much as I've been saying he should probably get the Tiger Ace, he probably could stand using up getting a Panther or a Panzer IV right now, because he's a pop cap. He just can't get one. Maybe even a Brumbar or Panzer IV. He has a lot of AT in form of Panzerschrecks, as well as the Pack 40. In fact, a Brumbar would provide some great frontline capability. Does not eliminate with the Gamma Bomb, but he's very close to getting flamed down. Will get killed off there. He should be at... Oh, he just needs one more free population. Perhaps maybe when the actual model leaves the map, he can actually get enough population room for the Tiger Ace. Hope he reinforces Panzerschreck. Let's see, he's at 79. Model's still there, model's still there, model's still there. And yep, now that would have freed him enough room. He needs to drop 2 models, 1 more model in order to get out the Tiger Ace. A lot of mortars coming on down. Pioneers, ooh, super wounded. He has enough, yeah, he has a Tiger Ace now. And he has a lot of spare resources as well. Looks like he actually dropped one of the Panzerschrecks on that squad. You'll be fighting against multiple squads. There's also a snare squad here. Hasn't received any damage just yet, so the snare didn't do nothing. Sniper trying to line up a shot, but it's not exactly a good position for it. Captured 6-pounder is here. Aircraft being called on in. Sector Assault and the... Oh! Panzerwerfer went down in the middle of all of that as well. I'm not sure what the... Oh, what's the Panzerwerfer is right there. Tiger Ace, very close to death, but the T-34 is even closer to death. Oh, managed to barely avoid it as well. Could potentially see a snare by the conscripts that's not actually going to rush him down. It does kill the conscript squad. White Phosphorus does come out on the 6-pounder and need to withdraw it.
We are losing a sector.
We got a squad of commandos here, but they have nothing on the Tiger Ace. Oh, looks like the Ju-87s managed to kill off the Comet Tank as well as the T-34. They're both on fire. They're both smoldering. They died at the same time. And I have no idea exactly from what. Let's actually fast forward. Now we have a King Tiger. Heavy tanks are now out on the field for the Axis players. While the Obstossen are good, the King Tiger is much better. And with both of those tanks down, the Allies have lost a significant number of units. But more so for the UKF player. He is getting another Comet Tank. A Firefly, in my opinion, will be better than a Comet Tank at this point. Crocodile can push forward, soak the damage. The Firefly can do much more reliable damage at long range.
There's a Comet tank ready to go.
Nice time for retreat. Waits until the squad was suppressed and then retreats back. Looks like the MG-34 will get decrewed. Obstossen being supported by the MG-34. Stukas of Foos a little bit far forward for my comfort at the moment. Does have the barrage nice and ready though. Force fire on the ground there. Does get a good hit there with the Tiger Ace, as well as from the 6-pounder. 17-pounder is still alive, hitting the Tiger Ace. The Tiger Ace needs to withdraw. I don't think he's realized it's a 17-pounder hitting it. Oh, that's not good. He's going to throw away the Tiger Ace. He doesn't realize it's a 17-pounder right there. The 17-pounder just missed. Yeah, that was a huge throwaway. He may not even realize it's there. It's being blocked. The vision obscured by the glider. Was that really the plan this entire time? Please don't tell me that was the plan the entire time. If it is, somewhat ingenious, but usually a player realizes the 17-pounder hitting a Tiger Ace. Or at least realizes it's pretty wounded. King Tiger receiving quite a bit of damage. Sturm Pioneers are dead, but he does have the backline repairs, but that is causing combat, preventing the repairs. Oh. He has the vision cone enabled. He needs his teammate to send over the Panzer trucks. And we got the withdrawal right there. Please go back. Even more. Cannon bomb. Does not get the... Wait. Did he really... How did all those guys so quickly? I thought you had like a handful of models. I saw the sniper shot, but still, that was actually quite a large number that went down quickly. So yeah, there goes the Commando Squad. We do got some airborne guards replenished from the conscripts. They upgraded with the DPs. 3 DPs that can be fired on the move. There's a Foos. And looks like a large miss. Or a large dodge. I'm taking moving forward. Wipes out the Stukas of Foos, but may get killed in return thanks to all the nearby Panzer trucks. Oh, white phosphorus at the right moment. He needs... Oh, that's a bounce. Force fire to the ground. A miss bounce with the 6-pounder. It should not have lived. Rocket strafe once again. T-34 did not ram to do that. Very soon to be available once again. That King Tiger needs to withdraw. Has Spearhead now available. Jagdpanzer is a good idea, something a bit more long range and engage the Su-85. Wait, there's another 17-pounder. Nope, he's now at pretty much pop cap. The commandos will just round out his composition best he can. Looks like we've got strafe coming in from the airborne guards. He does go ahead and spot the Jagdpanzer here, so he knows that's alive. Austria Pioneers assisted the King Tiger being repaired. The tickets are still heavily similar. Good hit. Could potentially cause a death loop right there. Jagdpanzer moving forward, does get a nice pen there. The Su-85 does return the favor. Oh, and there's a 17-pounder making itself known. He needs to back up. You see another good hit there. Will we see a T-34 ram? Doesn't appear to be. And we do have the raid being activated, trying to capture sectors with the vehicles. Take does receive a balance. The King Tiger received 2 pens there. 34 being assaulted by infantry. That won't exactly go very successfully. And Katusha coming on in. This could, depending on where those rockets land, wasn't super successful. A second Jagdpanzer has been called on in. He honestly could use another Stukas of Foos. He needs something to barrage this 17-pounder. But they do have 2 points. Perhaps it just keeps his opponent occupied, establish a front line right here, and allow the Austria player to continue to occupy both the other VPs. They will eventually win. T-34s. Moving forward, Su-85. Jagdpanzer receiving a significant amount of damage. King Tiger has not been repaired. He needs to get a squad of Sturm Pioneers. And actually, oh, that T-34 went down. Rifle grenade gets sent out, but rolls a miss. And the 6-pounder here is getting quite a bit of damage. Losing it wouldn't be a necessarily huge problem. It frees up population for him to spend his fuel. Does immediately recapture it. Wait. Did that Komodo squad die? Obsolescent getting ripped apart by at long range. Where's the MGs? Unless both the MGs are back at home. He's probably at trouble with pop cap or something. Oh, that is a fully wiped MG team. Fully destroyed, I should say. Su-85 engaging the Jagdpanzer. Jagdpanzer are receiving quite a bit of damage. We got another rocket run coming on in. Good hits. He does get the Sturm Pioneers for additional repairs because he definitely needs them. He knows there's no MG team over here. He probably should reposition MG team in order just to make sure that VP is secured. Holy crap, munitions float. But there's nothing really for him to spend on. He can send us Pioneers and just start spamming the entire side of the map with landmines, tellers, and S-mines. Making it so it's definitely a do not enter zone. Under penalty of death. Or perjury. One of the two. Air 55 caliber sniper. What's the chance of that 55 caliber sniper will stay alive if all the commando squads couldn't stay alive? I'm receiving Tiger tank fire. Alright, let me shoot a smoke at you. Now I'm receiving Comet fire. Oh, Comet's actually balls of ice. That's still.
We're losing a capture point.
Honestly, if that sniper were just to cloak at the edge of the capture zone and just hold fire, just deny any sort of capture and just continuously spawning, that's probably the best spot for him. Both the Jagdpanzer is now fully repaired. What does the Soviet player plan to get? 2 Su-85s, good idea. T-70 is still alive, which can be good for spotting. And the T-34 and Katusha. Has plenty of infantry and repair squad, so overall the Soviets has a pretty good composition. I think he has enough population room for another combat engineer. 5 population, he has 6 open. Consequence need replenished by 2 medals, so technically no.
Close air support is available.
Crocodile, main gun destroyed, getting body blocked by the comm tank. And the 55 caliber sniper is down. Again. We potentially saw a snare there. In fact, these Panstrix could move forward and hit the mortar pits and or the 17 pounder. He needs to also get the central VP captured. Looks like using the vehicle crew repair. I think that only really repairs criticals, which he didn't have. Has some minor repair effect, and oh, there goes that combat engineer squad. Great hits by the T-70. Jagdpanzer's hitting the carcass of the T-34. Jagdpanzer, however, very wounded. One more volley could take it out. One more shot will take it out. Oh, bad pathing. He lost the Sturmpire as well, and there goes the Jagdpanzer. Get assault coming on in. Does get some nice damage there, but that's probably about it. I'm gonna trying to engage those Pioneers. The Pioneers could have potentially stayed around. White Phosphorus does come forward. Looks like the 17 pounder is engaged in the Tiger Ace once again. 2000 efficiency increases accuracy and reduces scatter. I have nothing to increase range. More and more white phosphorus coming on out. We have another Jagdpanzer on the build queue. No Sturm Pioneers for repairs. He needs to put a shoulder on his teammate for repairs. Hopefully they're in a Discord call or something. You have another crocodile out on the field. I wonder where those flares will cast. S-35's severely wounded now. This one is trying to go for the kill, but nope. Hits T-34. Yeah, the Jagdpanzer hits the other S-35. He does have the 17-pounder here to as a fallback point for repairs as well. So this Okinawa player can't really advance any farther forward. Alright, grenade. Only gets one model because that squad was actually quite spread out. It would actually be really good right now in order to displace all these 17-pounders. The left 18 would be a perfect item to take on these 17-pounders. Longer, slower, more accurate barrages than the Stuxafus, in which brakes will have less of an impact because the shots will take will extend past the brakes time. And we have another Olbasodotson squad on the build queue. There is a landmine here. 17-pounder is still facing this direction. Hitting the MG bunker. Oh, the airborne guards may in fact get wiped. Has been forgotten about, but not receiving any fire at the moment. And there you go, does withdraw. Rolls a miss there. S-35 versus Jagdpanzer. King Tiger will roll a miss, get some minor splash penetration damage. Panstrix now moving on forward. Crocodile in at wrong angle, so Panstrix could get a pretty good surprise hit there. And looks like Jagdpanzer will in fact go down. Nothing swept this mine.
The new engineer section is waiting for orders.
Now the UKF player is at pop cap. Oh, it looks like he did hit a landmine somewhere. And we'll run into a huge line of Panzerschrecks. This Tiger Ace could still not go down with the amount of Panzerschrecks in the area. We do got the sector assault coming out by the Okinawa player, but so does the rocket run from the Soviet player. Significant damage from the rocket run. Rear armor hit. The T-70 may get the kill. Nope, the Crocodile does. Auto grenade. Auto grenade's on cooldown. Tiger Ace does in fact go down. And the Panstrix squad will also go down. That frees up a significant amount of population. Two Panthers seem like a good combination to me right now. Oh, Katusha Barrage eyeing for the Olbasodotson. is slowly counting down in favor of the Axis players. The Allies are down to 100 points. And the Axis players at 169. Another sniper coming in out. I disagree with that.
Attempting to steal our sector.
It's so much fuel. Why spend it on a sniper? That requires a lot of micro. You can get Panzerwerfers, Brumbars, Panthers, Tigers. Eventually a Tiger.
Opponents are seizing a sector.
Ooh, those mortar pits getting some great hits. You need to stop deny the capture.
The sharpshooter has arrived.
King Tiger is here. It does have Spearhead activated, so he does the Pin Mount can suppress. I'm not sure what. Oh, looks the Panther Tricks eye for the mortar pit was unsuccessful. So I dropped Panther Trek here. Oh, they both have Panther Treks.
The enemy is taking our territory.
They do also have plenty of munitions so they can spam out grenades. There's one grenade, a huge miss. Another even bigger miss.
The enemy is down to 75 points.
Ishka does get decrewed by the Obsalatzen.
Been assigned fresh Panzer Grenadiers.
Vicar gun entirely destroyed. After you had the King Tiger now responding, Jagdpanzer ready to support. This Jagdpanzer receiving quite a bit of fire from the dual Su-35s, and they are heavily vetted. Three Obsalatzen versus two squads. You could focus fire the dish gun in order to stop suppression. We see a strafe, nope, to see a regular frag, and a rocket run. The rocket run largely missed the King Tiger, however. Oh, that combat engineer squad is super stacked up, and that was a moment away from death. If that retreat came any later, it would have been a wiped squad. Firefly now out on the field. Good item. He's lost all of his Royal Engineers. It's either a really bad day for the UKF player, or he may need to redo the tutorial. 17-pounder is still alive. Tiger Ace is in range, just out of vision. Multiple rocket launcher Patrick hits. There is a Dishka here for suppression, but it takes some time. Oh, that was a good bundle. And a mass retreat.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Jagdpanzer could activate the cautious movement, just keep it nice and stealthy, allowing him to get the first shot on the Su-85s rather than the other way around with the focus sight. Austere sniper moving on forward, trying to spot for some stuff. I wonder if they actually recognize that there's a 17-pounder here yet. Mondo's on the build queue. He has plenty of munitions for repairs for the moment.
Commandos are ready.
He could actually throw out a flare for the
Placement is being attacked.
from the 17-pounder. The sniper will be quickly spotted by the commandos. Does not get focused. Could potentially have squad wide. Grace out on the field once again. Frag grenade gets thrown on now. That's going to be a nasty frag. Obsalatzen completely forgot about. Maybe not completely forgot about it because he threw out a frag. Here comes the hurricanes. Typhoons, I should say. So he will need to build a Royal Engineer for repairs now, because no other way to repair his Firefly. Su-85, one shot away from death. The main gun destroyed actually saved it. There was a rocket, but rolled a miss and managed to save it. There goes the airborne guards. Ooh, the Typhoons nearly take out the sniper. Tiger Ace now pushing on forward, is in range of the 17-pounder. So is actually the Jagdpanzer. And the Jagdpanzer will receive a...
The enemy are attacking an emplacement.
There's a hit. And takes out the Katusha. The Katusha is actually quite far forward. Didn't realize that.
Supply lines being cut.
Pioneers showing the mortar pit how to fight. And then the Crocodile says, this is how you use a flamethrower. It's actually a drop DP there, but I don't believe you can pick it up with the conscripts of the SVTs. And holy crap, look at that. He's queued up a bunch of T-34s.
We have a new T-34 standing by.
Because he has the fuel. Might as well spend it.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
That many number of T-34s, you can easily overwhelm most vehicles. And with the Su-85s for anti-tank support, he can easily take out the Soviet heavy armor, the Axis heavy armor, no problem. Oh, I just realized there's actually a Panzerstreck on that squad. He hit a Panzerstreck, then a Panzerfaust.
Victory is slipping from our grasp. We have only 50 points remaining.
Snare does connect against the King Tiger. There's currently a single cap in favor of the Axis players. The allies are down to the last 50 tickets.
Tiger needs orders.
Both the Jagdpanzers are connected with the Su-85, but it's unlikely it'll go down. And the Obersaus are forced back thanks to the mortar pits. There's still another landmine there, so he could lose his Tiger Ace to that. But he does have a significant number of Panzerstrecks available. Oh, does not get the kill on that tank. This tank, however, could go down. It's pretty far forward. But the other Jagdpanzer actually pulled back. And to siege the building. It's not a critical building. The other one's a bit more important. Mortar pit still so close to death, couldn't use the Austrian mortar to take it out. Med 3 has increased barrage ranges the last time I remember. Rifle grenade does go out, but rolls a large miss. Sector assault coming on forward. And here comes a Crocodile.
There's a shiny new
Trying to throw a fire smoke round, but sort of bugging out. Firefly here. And is the Crocodile going down? Did he forget about it? It hits, but I think it's one shot away from death, but the combat blitz should save it to emergency war speed.
Emplacement under attack.
Oh, I see another Soviet aircraft coming down. Looks like some medical crates. Oh, nice force fire.
Our officers has fallen in battle.
This go down. hits. T-34 about to go down. There goes the T-34. Another T-34 moving forward, but we'll see if it hits from 2 Jagdpanzers or just the one. It actually has a potential flanking opportunity here. Rocket run? He has munitions for a rocket run. There goes that Su-85. Commandos captured the center of the map. King Tiger out of position. There goes the Jagdpanzer thanks to the T-34. This one is wounded. Will take 3 hits to go down. But a ram? Rocket run coming on in. Will take out the other Jagdpanzer. King Tiger's rotation being the bane of its existence. And there's 2 medical bunkers here. None for his ally. He does have medical HQ now, though. Great hit there. T-3476. Will looks like he managed to escape using combat legs. He needs to force fire to the ground to have any chance of hitting it. But it's going to run straight to the Tiger Ace, which is super wounded. Rolls a bounce. Distracts the turret away from the crocodile. He's taking the opportunity to take it out. Rolls another miss. Gets a pen there. And there goes the Tiger Ace. There goes the T-34. Throws out nice smoke upon retreat. Do we see it? Nope, not enough, whole lot of health for a snare. And try to go for a bluff, but it was unsuccessful. Suppression here will also prevent it from moving. Airstrikes pushing their way for the center. The Allies only have 7 tickets left. They have to deny this capture. Some odd reason withdrew, but probably like a Katusha. The sector assault be available soon. Grenadiers are here for ready for capturing. Smoke from the Grenade Warfare, I believe. No, that's actually smoke from the mortar pit. Does not get the decapture.
T-34 ready for combat.
And does get outside the radius before the smoke clears up. Commandos, however, may stop the capture. Does stop the capture. Gamma bomb could be quite deadly. Bundle grenade gets thrown out in a very bad position. Another bundle grenade gets thrown out. Gamma bomb. There goes a conscript squad, and the commandos are still alive, denying the capture. Commandos had the passive healing, but gets interrupted, and the commandos
Enemy threatening a capture point.
will most likely go down. Will actually not go down. I need smoke here, given out by the enemies, could withdraw into the smoke. Yes, he is in the smoke now. King Tiger set up in a good position. Ishka claimed, sacrificing the entire squad. Great Suka close air support. Force fire to the ground kills the T-34. Tickets are counting down. Double cap. This looks like the end of the game.